Dad sold a lot of coal to a lot of different people, residents and otherwise. I would ride my bicycle around and knock on doors and collect $1 or $2.
I know Granddaddy his family were farmers, and Granddaddy wasn't able to farm, and that's how he kind of got into this business.
He was a fine Christian man.
Well, he was my ideal, was admired and respected by everybody in Jackson.
Back in the early 1900s, coal was a necessity of life to running our households, to locomotives, but it was our energy at the time. Sam Lawrence Sr. recognized that need in the industry and grasped that and started SM Lawrence at that time.
I often get asked the question of how long has SM Lawrence been providing service? When you're delivering coal, horse and wagon, to residents and businesses around West Tennessee, that's a service. As your milkman is a service, your paperboy is a service. You know, that was 1917.
Went to Vanderbilt, graduated from Vanderbilt, but my senior year, Dad says, "What are you gonna do?" I said, "I'm gonna come work for you." And he says, "What about air conditioning?"
The decision to break into the air conditioning business was a pivotal moment for SM Lawrence.
And of course, as the air conditioning business grew, the coal business tapered off. And then we got into the sheet metal business. My brother got into the appliance business. He did his share of the business and I did my share, and it was a very, very, very mutual, agreeable relationship.
When I was 14 years old, Charles and I, my brother, were throwing water balloons at cars, and we got picked up by the police. Daddy said, "Son, it's time for you to go to work."
I can remember knocking on the door, telling the lady of the house that I was there to service the air conditioning, and she would look around me and say, "When's the serviceman coming in from the truck?" And, well, I am the serviceman.
All of us had something different to do.
There was a big movement toward design build where you would design and build it under the same roof. We jumped in there pretty quick and lined ourselves with several general contractors across the country that were doing that kind of work and got us into that pretty heavily, and we grew pretty fast at that point.
I believe it was in early 1996 that Frank and Bo Lawrence was contemplating on becoming part of a public company and sizing up that opportunity. And then they made the decision in 1997 in June to join 11 other mechanical contractors and to form what we now know as Comfort Systems USA.
We have much more to offer as an organization now than we did prior to joining Comfort Systems.
The gains to that have been exactly what we thought. We felt like we could still run the company, but we would have outside help when we needed it.
Comfort Systems has provided us a great financial backing to upped our bond limits and done a great job of pooling our benefits and giving us some very competitive packages to help us go out and attract the right employees and the right customers to do work with.
The most attractive thing about being part of Comfort Systems is that they wanted to leave the leadership with the freedom to run their companies successfully the way they always have.
They give you tools to make yourself better. They let you remain what you were as long as you're being successful.
That was in place to start with, and it's there today.
And one of the things that's been ingrained in me since I was a young boy is that we're going to do things the right way the first time. We're going to have integrity, and we're going to be ethical about what we do. We're going to be fair about what we do. And I think that's something that still resonates here from my great-grandfather to my grandfather to my dad and his brothers to me. And I think that's a big part of why we are who we are today.
Comfort is, to our customers, is more than just the desired thermostat setting. Comfort is knowing that you have a partner that understands your building, your business, and your bottom line.
SM Lawrence is a very unique company in Comfort Systems because they have the ability to travel around the United States and do work for customers throughout the country.
We operate really 3 or 4 businesses under one entity. You know, We have fabrication facilities. We have a construction division. We have a service division. We have an electrical division. And we try to marry that all up into one approach.
Technology is taking a major role. We're seeing a whole lot more work done where we're laying out systems, designing systems, modeling systems before they're ever built, before anything's ever cut, welded, or fabricated. You see them on a computer model.
Used to all you needed was a pencil and a piece of paper and you done all the figuring yourself. Now it's all done for you. And it's a lot better, you know, and it helps us out tremendously.
Things change every year. Control systems on buildings change. The type of equipment we install changes. The type of materials that we use for pipe valves and fittings or sheet metal changes every year. So you have to constantly evolve with the evolution of our trade.
You have to have that quality, you have to have the experience, because that's that partnership with our clients. We're coming onto their property to touch their building.
It's been the driving force of this company that it's making the customer happy and looking not just at one particular job, but looking at the future jobs.
We're selling a non-tangible. We're selling a good idea on paper. We're selling our employees and their abilities and their skill sets. And that's very important to us.
We have been concentrating on safety for a number of years, simply because the secret sauce to our business is our people. And we want our people to go home every night the way they started work. And anything less than that is just not acceptable for us.
It's like a family, you know, after you've been there so long. You know, there's never a problem they ain't gonna listen to, and they're always available.
S.M. Lawrence has the utmost integrity and honesty and carried so many of our values. We pretty much have S.M. Lawrence on a pedestal.
100 years is something that's rare. I'm sure our granddaddy, that's probably something he never envisioned.
I've dreamed and thought about our company making it to 100 years, and I know that my granddaddy would be tremendously proud of this company. And I'm proud that the fourth generation is here.
I think that the core values that we've had generation over generation are critical to our success moving forward. I think it's the reason we're here today, and common sense would tell me that's the reason we need to keep doing it, because it's worked.
When you say S.M. Lawrence, you know, the first thing that hits your mind is, you know, those guys who've got values that are just unquestionable. 100 years is quite phenomenal.
Certainly in the last 100 years, this company existence, there's been some challenges. Every company has those challenges, and when you experience those, you grow through those challenges, or you should. I'm fully confident we'll continue to grow and thrive, and we still will face challenges in the future. Every company does. At the end of the day, our success will always credit to our employees, the ones who work hard each and every day, come to work to do their best, and to make sure the job's done right.